Hello and welcome to Expansion for Love. On this channel here, we do all sorts of different things, but at the moment we are going to look into a little bit of divine feminine energy. We're going to look into some crystals that might help you out, and we are going to pull some cards. So come on and join us. Thanks for being here. I am going to start off with this beautiful reading that I read in this book called The Goddess. And there is a particular document that was found in Egypt in 1945. And in this document's from the 3rd or 4th century, okay? It's super beautifully old. And it's talking about perhaps what we look at or think of as Isis, the mother goddess, right? Or also Sophia, or wisdom. And it says that the voice refers to itself as thunder, perfect mind. For I am the first and the last. I am the honored one and the scorned one. I am the whore and the holy one. I am the wife and the virgin. I am the mother and the daughter. I am the members of my mother. I am the barren one, and many are her sons. I am she whose wedding is great, and I have not taken a husband. I am the midwife, and she who does not bear. I am the solace of my labor pains. I am the bride and the bridegroom, and it is my husband who begot me. I am the mother of my father and the sister of my husband, and he is my offspring. Give heed to me. I am the one who is disgraced and the great one. And I found this so profound because isn't it interesting how in life, many times, the divine feminine is constantly the one who is, it's that part of us, right? The divine feminine not being a gender, but the divine feminine being a part of our being, right? We've got divine masculine in us and divine feminine within us in part of our being. And it's that part that's constantly scorned, constantly put to be a martyr, put to be the victim. And I just thought that poem was such a beautiful expression of what it is to deal with our femininity, our feminine side, right? And I'm very grateful for that part. And sometimes it's like we need to tap into it more. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was really beautiful to see that dichotomy, right? Where you've got such juxtaposition in front of you within ourselves, within alone our femininity, right? So wanted to share that with you. And something I thought would be interesting to do, and I've been wanting to do this for the collective, is find stones at the appropriate time, find crystals at the appropriate time that would speak to you or offer you something that you need help with at the moment. So I decided that I would bring out this beautiful, the crystal directory, and it has 100 crystals in it. And I'm just going to flip to a page that Spirit leads to. So Spirit, would you lead us to what would really speak to Divine Feminine today, to the Divine Feminine Collective? What is a crystal that we can learn from? Wow, jet. Its appearance is very black, and I will show you what this looks like. So this crystal says, it's like amber. Jet is not a true crystal, but is fossilized wood formed millions of years ago when trees were buried in the sediment. Later geological erosion of the sedimentary layers revealed jet, also known as lignite, within rock and coal seams. It is mostly found in India, Europe, Russia, and in the US. So the attributes of this stone are, throughout history, jet has been considered to be a stone of protection and was used to dispel fear, evil, and violence. Its powerful protection energies are said to shield us from evil influences and geopathic stress, as well as psychic negativity from other people. Jet is considered one of the most powerful absorbers of negative energy. Black, right? It takes in. It receives. Reviving spirits and replacing worry with joyous thoughts. The stone also helps us to be mentally alert and to quickly find solutions to problems. Wearing or carrying polished jet enables you to take control of your life and also attract all around abundance to your heart and home. So yeah, so consider looking into some jet. Associated crystals, right, by the same color are going to be black obsidian and onyx, which both I like a lot. And black obsidian is going to be a volcanic glass, and onyx will be, oftentimes you'll find it on jewelry, and it looks very, very similar. They're beautiful. They look like black glass. So now I will draw a card for the collectives, for our heart. Where is, what would feed our heart at this time, right? And I love that, because I'm always like, what do we need to do to take care of ourselves? That way we can continue to give to others, right? So we got 3 of Wands in reverse. So to take care of our heart, right, we will want to put this in the upright. We would want to look to the future, right? What is it about the future that maybe we're not looking at, right? We're not looking into and looking ahead, or what are we afraid of for the future? So yeah, so this is something that our heart space as a collective is in. So what would feed it, like I said, would be to look to the future. Let's do that. What plans do you have? What plans are you thinking about? And if you see her, she's looking at the waves in the ocean, and she is considering which one she will catch, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, those low waves look super, super small. I think she's a little disappointed. She's wondering when the big waves are coming. But she's planning, and that's the important part, right? Want to look to the future and plan. But yeah, I love this card so much. I love the wands and all that fire energy, right, that we get with wands. So again, that's what would feed our hearts. Love that. And I'll pull for what would feed our body at this time for the collective of light workers. What is it? Ooh, without getting a billion. What is feeding, or what will feed our bodies at this time? I can feel these cards, they want to jump. They want to jump. It's coming. I really prefer to take the cards that jump. That's just a preference I have currently. There we go. I got a few, but we will only take the one on the top here. So what it is that would feed our body at this time, which this makes a lot of sense considering what is happening right now, is community. Like all these little butterflies looking into the forest just really want community at this time, which there are many ways to get that. It's not like we have to be in one another's presence. And that's what's really beautiful about technology, and something I am extremely grateful for, and I'm sure you are too. So we'll pay attention to that. To feed our body, we'll make sure we have community so that we can talk to one another, we could strengthen one another, encourage each other in our pursuits, right? In our future pursuits and what we are looking forward to. And even at this time, we could still work towards the goals that we have, even while there's so much that we don't know. I saw this beautiful meme that had me cracking up. It was like a corner where two walls meet, and it had this door right over here that was just a little ajar. And there was at this corner of the wall, you know, you've got this depth of field here, right? Here's the door. The corner of the wall, there's this group of people just all looking around the corner and peering, and they had this very long stick that they were using to open the door of July. The door said July on top. And they were opening the door and like with trepidation waiting for like what's around the corner in July of 2020, because this has been a show. So yeah, it's all good. Even during this time, we can still prepare for what is to come. And there's so much we could be doing, especially if you are working on yourself right now, which is just a beautiful thing that I think a lot of people are doing, because we're reflecting on ourselves. We're thinking about what you know, we're thinking about our past, we're thinking about our present, and we're thinking about our future. And we're healing from so many things from the past, if you're taking the time to do that, which I would implore you to do at this time. So I was now going to pull for spirit. What is it that would feed our spirit at this time? Hey, we already got one. And that is Six of Fire, or Six of Wands. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or awards. Wow, this is so beautiful. So Earth Angel, what is it that you are going to be recognized for? Like, what are you working on right now? This is so exciting. I'm so excited for you. This is really beautiful. Yeah, good news is on its way. So with Six of Fire and with like the news coming in, this is to feed our spirits. It's like letting me know that you've been doing work. You've been doing work on yourself, and the good news, it's on its way. Your public recognition for whatever you've been working on, which is pretty amazing, is coming in awards and like being recognized and appreciated. And that's always beautiful. As humans, that helps encourage us. Yeah, I just want you to see that. I love that. That's really cool. Thanks for letting me share in this energy. I love it. That's incredible. So the other thing I want to look into is what is a possible obstruction of our light. Well, what would free our light, right? And for that, I have this little deck that I've made myself. Nothing fancy, but it's super fun because it's a bunch of emotions. And we are very emotional beings, and I find that it really helps to actually sometimes have your emotions called out to you, because sometimes we don't want to be thinking about our feelings, and wow. And sometimes it's really nice to have them called out. So we were asking for like, what is it that's obstructing the light possibly, or what is it that's not allowing us to like really shine forth, right? And the card Ignored came out. So what I think is fascinating is how we got for spirit, right? For like what feeds your spirit, it would be recognition and be awards and be appreciation. And so what's blocking us right now is like being ignored. Like that's very powerful. But also like wonderful that we are not going to stay ignored. As humans, as we desire to get out there and to be with people and to love on people and appreciate them and have them appreciate us, this goes away. This is something that happens now and then, but it also goes away. So yeah. I don't know why I thought I could put that away. I don't even know. And the next thing I wanted to look into is for our like synchronicities or signs or things that would speak to us. And so I chose to pull from an animal spirit deck, right? because it's just really fun to have to observe like the animals that are around us and what messages they have for us, because when we really connect to the earth around us, there is so much for us to learn and to observe and to gain and glean from when we are looking, when we pay attention. So I love seeing what I can learn from the animals. Love it so much. Okay, we will take this top one. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Which is whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. Now, I remember drawing a card a while ago, and it had whales in it too. And it was interesting because they're considered the guardians of the ocean and the guardians of people that are journeying and traveling. And I'm just looking at this image here and seeing this happy whale who is out there doing his duty, right? His calling, which is to be a guardian and to be happy and out there in the ocean. And it's like our spirits that are like being opened and ready for that work that we're being prepared to do for humanity, which of course is always tied up in love and light. And we're probably going to be doing some traveling, right? And we need all the protection that we can get at this time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to be doing traveling. I'm just saying, like, if we're going to continue to do the work on learning ourselves and learning what it is to heal our soul, our spirit's going on that journey. And whether we're traveling physically or that is just happening within ourselves, it's so reassuring to know that we've got guides with us, that we have protectors with us, that we are totally not alone in doing this at all. And that's one huge reason why I want to speak to you. I know that, like, it helps to have people remind you of these things, right? It's like we are not alone at all. So this is beautiful to me. So maybe for you in particular, this maybe whales have something, a special symbol. They're symbolic to you in some way. But yeah, I just love that they're protectors of the travelers. That reminds me of Job, right? In the Judeo-Christian Bible, where he is swallowed up by a whale and just preserved and like taken to where he was supposed to go to originally. That story always cracks me up. So the next thing I wanted to pull for are cards for like to share. What is it that we are to share with humanity, right? What are we sharing with the collective? What do we need to do to serve, right? What is a message that would come to us about this? And you know what's amazing is how sometimes we're just called to start something, right? Even if we don't have everything all perfect and ready to go, right? Like, I mean, look, you can tell I don't have everything perfect here. I'm just feel led and I'm just ready to go for it. So yeah, don't be afraid for whatever we're being called to. Mercy, I don't know why. You can tell that these cards just want to stick. They just truly and honestly want to stick. Will you give us one card? If not, I'll pick, but I don't prefer to. My preference is just there's something to check out. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll have to move my little carnelian flame over. Wow. Okay. I will draw from the top. That is not a problem. Wow. Wow. Earth angels, you are being called to something higher. This is really beautiful. So this is soul family. This card says, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Which makes so much sense, right? If we're looking for community, right? That's what would feed our body right now, is community. And we know we're on a journey, right? We're on a journey. We don't want to be ignored. We know that that's blocking us. We need to make sure to get that unblocked. And then on our spirit, what's feeding our spirit is this Six of Wands and this recognition, right? Like, you don't have to do it alone. You're going to have your people. So that means keep reaching out to those that you feel really led and called to, or the people that you think you're supposed to draw in so that you can work together. Like, this work we're doing is beautiful. Like, it is not easy, but it is beautiful. And having your group come in, which I feel like at this time is definitely something I'm seeing more and more, my tribe that I love and that I'm with and a part of, but I'm also learning to not be naive, right? And to understand and discover who's really with you and who isn't, because these things will be very clear to you. It might take some time, but they will be clear to you, and your true soul tribe will be there. They will be there regardless. And so yeah, so your soul family, your soul tribe, keep on the lookout for them, keep calling them in, and I'm sure you know who some of these people are already, and you just really want to continue to enrich and develop that relationship. Yeah, I love that so much. That's really quite beautiful. Well, thank you for joining me on, again, the channel Expansion for Love, and I hope that you would come back, maybe give us a share, a like, and please do subscribe. That way you can see all the different videos that we're doing and all the content we're producing. So I will see you next time. Thanks so much.